Wunderbar.
Oh god.
What?
Really? The world name?
Yeah, dude.
It looks...
It works.
It does.
Yeah, let me check. I'll check on myself.
I'm gonna be really bad because I'm using a trackpad. Is that the crap mouse?
No, that's the good mouse.
Oh.
It's my gaming mouse, so.
How do I need a thing.
You're welcome.
I need a thing to put it on.
Baby. Take a thing. Oh wow, it works. Anyway, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
The Quiet Podcast.
The Quiet Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Quiet Podcast.
What is the headphone?
I
Headset
just
for?
have this for listening and seeing how it is.
You're listening to other music?
No, to this podcast.
Oh, alright.
It looks good too.
What is our topic?
The current state of gaming, what we expect in 2017, and what failed in 2016.
Sounds generic. Let's do it. So.
Okay, so this is the kind of thumbnail so far. Bad ports, will this fail?
Good.
Okay, want me to send it to you through iDrop?
Yeah, sure. So, let's talk. That's why we're here. We're not here to just play Minecraft, Avery. You're going to be talking as well, because you have the headset on. Headset? Anyway, so we're here. Let's see. So, we are talking today about gaming and all that cool stuffs.
Okay, Caleb, can you get on air?
Stuff!
I don't know where the...
Yeah, I don't know where the mic is.
Okay, Caleb's MacBook. There, I sent it to you. Okay, so anyways, I'm DragonSky.
Anyways.
I am monitoring the stream in case you want me to check anything or whatever.
But you're talking as well.
And this is Logout Boys and Dragon Age with me.
And
We're
we're
talking
about
as I
games and stuff. So,
said, what we think of what will be happening.
This is great content.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing to talk about, I guess, like obviously, is let's talk about wow, there's a lot to talk about. We have a list here. Not really a list. I'm just looking at the thumbnail. Let's talk about Sonic, because that's a joke, right?
I know. I
That's
mean,
a common
when
meme.
they unveiled Sonic 2017, I was
loading.
like, is this a Generations
Oh, no, it is.
sequel?
It's
Why?
taking a really long time to load.
Yeah, it always does. Yeah, you're in the game.
Um,
Oh, you mean the world.
I sent you the thumbnail too.
The
Do you want to
world.
apply that now?
How do you change that video settings? Frame rate should be what?
Maximum. And go to render distance lower. And go to clouds.
Alright.
Yeah, because you gotta turn your clouds down. Turn the smooth lighting to like not as not minimum, but the middle one. Minimum, yeah, minimum. I'm stupid. And okay, and then do I guess a couple other things.
We're still managing with the stream, guys.
Particles decreased.
This mouse is ridiculous.
Okay, good. Hey, you loaded. Okay, we're good.
Okay. So basically, should I start talking now?
It's laggy.
I don't. What?
This is how it looks.
Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine.
This is really hard to do.
Yes, I realize.
You have put Avery in so much pain by putting him in that beanbag.
Anyway,
How do I...
So I guess can I start?
go ahead.
So basically, when they kind of unveiled Sonic Project 17, I was like, oh boy, another Sonic, 06. It looked like, if anyone has seen the trailer, it was like, oh, from the same people who made Sonic Colors and Generations, and I was like, is this a fucking Generations sequel? And I mean, I'm not excited for it, but I want to see if Sega can pull themselves out of the dumps, not like they really,
No,
can.
I have no faith in Sega at all. I lost all faith with Sonic and the Black Knight.
Yeah, I mean,
I have to keep my fingers up so that it doesn't click.
Yeah, that's what
it's super sensitive.
Yeah, I modified it so that it does that.
Yeah,
Why?
I mean, I played a few Sonic games. The only good one was Sonic Lost World. And even that was just decent. I mean, I really hope that they can just start. I wouldn't say grow up, but I would say just kind of start to realize what the fans really want. And after all the bad rep that Sonic got starting with Sonic 06, I really don't think that. I mean, that this could be a second chance, and it would be a miracle. They'd have to pull off a miracle.
Yeah, like I said, I don't. If you're a Sonic fan, I don't know how you stayed a Sonic fan through all of this, because you must be persistent or must be a masochist. Either one. So, I feel like even when they do release a new Sonic game, Avery's freaking out on the stream. His mouse is just going, ah!
Yeah, I know. I finally got it to work.
Anyway, so I feel like, if you still enjoy Sonic, or not that, I feel like there must not be a lot of people who are still
Like
playing
100%
it.
loyal.
Yeah. Like, I feel like everybody has doubts in their mind.
About what they're gonna do next, and they just I don't know when Sonic Mania is coming out, but I feel like that might be in the step of the right direction. 16-bit, and I don't know if it's out yet. I can look.
This mouse is ridiculous.
Avery, I thought you were talking. It's a podcast, not a Let's Play.
We're talking about Sonic 06.
No, we're just talking about Sonic, the new one that's coming out.
What's the new one?
Sonic
I don't even know about
2017.
it.
Yeah.
Project 2017. But as I said, I like the only thing I like about it so far are probably I wouldn't say the graphics, but say that this kind of even though there've been rumors, oh, the Nintendo Switch isn't powerful enough, whatever, if it can run on the Switch, because that's what it said NX, which was, of course, its code name, if you all know.
Yeah.
Back when the trailer said it said it was going to be on the NX, which is, of course, now the Switch. If the Switch can power, like, a Sonic game, like, even that's impressive, and it's said to get, like, Skyrim remastered. So, this, it might not tell us much about Sonic, but it can tell us about at least something about the Switch, if it's powerful enough to do that.
And that's a good segue. Let's segue into the Switch. What do you guys think about that?
Well,
that's, interesting. Let's hear Avery, because he needs to talk some.
Yeah, and then I'll give my impressions.
I've heard, it was actually not as good as they said it was going to be.
As it was hyped.
It was overhyped like everything.
Like everything in every gaming community ever.
That's partially Nintendo's fault, because they did that with everything.
Yeah, I know, but it's also it's also the community's fault. If you look at it, they went ahead and they were like,
they hyped up the NX more than it should have been.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just because people were craving something it's something that the fans had wanted, but they got too excited and they let their expectations get too high.
Yeah, and generally, I like the concept of the Switch. Nothing is confirmed. The only things we kind of know is that Skyrim Remaster's getting it, Breath of the Wild is coming to it, which, if it can run Breath of the Wild, even on the mobile, part of it, then that is impressive. That is really impressive. It can run Breath of the Wild perfectly. And I remember they did...
What?
And I remember they did, a show back a few weeks ago demonstrating the Switch off, and it ran Breath of the Wild in its mobile, form. And that's
frames.
That's pretty impressive.
What was the frame rate like?
It was perfect. People saying that there were no frame drops, like the Wii U version.
Yeah.
So if it can power a fully open world game, one of the largest we've ever had in the industry, even in its mobile form, even though it's rumored to be 720p, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not that much of a graphics guy, but if it can run that, then I think Nintendo's just sold it for 2017.
Well, I feel like
Can I turn off the auto jump?
yeah, that's an option.
Where? The language is loading. Oh god.
This is gonna. Oh, language is the worst thing to load.
I
Oh.
accidentally opened language because of your mouse.
Yeah. Hey, well, this isn't gonna work. No, but so, and one thing that's impressive is
Oh
I'm
god.
dropping everything.
My
I'm
mouse
just-
won't stop hitting things.
One thing that's impressive is, for sure, the fact that they're saying that it can run Skyrim Remastered, which, as you all
Even though that's
probably
like a
know.
5-year-old game, that's still
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's impressive because it's remastered, which means they
Caleb,
and what?
which one is the language button?
Oh, did you?
It's switched languages.
Shit.
And he killed it.
Let me see it. Give me a second. I
English
gotta.
screws up the conversation every 5 seconds.
Got it.
Which one is English? That's the problem. Oh, there's English.
There-
Canada. English United Kingdom.
Go to the UK.
Pirate speak.
We're doing pirate speak. Pirate speak.
Just do UK. No,
It's not working. It's not working.
Right now
It's
it's
not
like 1 in the
working.
morning. In the
What
UK.
language is this?
I just
What just happened?
What? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay,
Everything
there
is
we go.
fine.
There we go.
Okay, great. So then, which
Scribble
one,
in your charts.
which one?
What?
Which one is
Language?
No. Which one is?
What?
How do I turn off the auto?
Oh, the wheel. Auto leap. Nay. There we go. Finished. Finished. Return to the fight. Okay. So also, as I was saying, with Skyrim Remastered, it's what they're gonna do is they're going to reboot the graphics. They're going to and when they say remastered, they did with the fuck my life. They did this with Modern Warfare Remastered. They went ahead, they took the game, they prettied it up, they made it look beautiful. Skyrim, it's an older game, that may be true, but if they're going to be remastering it, it means they're going to be optimizing it, they're going to be, and they're going to be making it prettier, and they're going to be doing additions to it, and they're going to be doing a lot, and so if the NX can handle it, then I am actually really impressed.
Yeah, and I like kind of like the idea and that they've just said screw it because, well, basically I've heard that they've recalled all of the Wii U consoles.
Mhm.
They just did that, so they don't want the Wii U on the market anymore, and that's understandable given how it was kind of
Flop.
And I feel like unlike the Wii U, and that's actually a good thing to bring up, that they brought their message clear with the Switch. This is what it does. This is what it is.
We're proud of it.
Yeah, here it is. Like, I don't really care if it's under. Okay, we're still technically and this is something we should get to soon, the 8th generation. So it's matching up against 8th generation hardware, not like the Pro or the Scorpio. So it should be impressive in its own right that they're sure they may be late to the party in terms of the regular PS4 and Xbox, but it still should be somewhat impressive that it can do this. And I don't think many developers are taking advantage right now of the PS4 Pro or the Scorpio, so it still has a fair shot.
Well, let's also talk about this. Let's talk about the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S.
Or just Project Scorpio, whatever it is.
So, you look at the One S.
Yeah, the slimmed down model.
They pretty much made the model smaller, and they made. I think they put a better processor in it, and they put more RAM in it, which isn't much because they just want to charge people more money. Hi, Jonah. How are you?
Cat.
So, what they did is they pretty much just slapped a bunch of new stuff in there and made it a little bit better so that people aren't complaining. Because I can tell from experience, the Xbox One, it can't even fucking run its own operating system.
Wait,
God
it
damn.
can't?
I tried.
Is this why
I will show you.
Is this why And before I go on ranting about the operating system, I want people to hear.
Turn the TV on. Red button. Or just press the button. The power button.
Right here.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it's good.
Hello, yeah, it's working now. You guys suck.
Hello? Hello, my name is Ivan from Soviet Russia. Hello, my name is Ivan. I am a nerdy Russian.
Okay, is that power bar in the top right for the controller?
Yeah.
I swear if this thing runs on AA batteries.
The thing changed.
Yep, we good.
You're welcome.
Fixed. So, if we go, we were talking about this. If you look.
The Xbone does not run its operating system.
So, like, I can go ahead. And if I go, say, Twitch, for example. Right?
Is it not responding?
It's not responding.
It's not responding.
So, hold on.
Technical difficulties.
The Wii U can load stuff faster than this.
Watch this. This is hilarious. If I go ahead and I go to broadcast, right? I'll do try again. And then try again. And then say I go home. I just press the home button.
Okay.
And then I go ahead, say I go to here. Go to full screen. Go home. Home. Home, please.
The Wii U is much better at processing.
What did it just do? I don't even know what it just did. See? What is it doing?
Wait.
I don't know what it's doing. I'm not touching anything. Okay.
I think Sony has won this console generation. Nintendo doesn't.
Yes, it has.
Hasn't
Indeed.
plucked its crown off its throne.
Where are we going?
I mean,
So like, we go here again. Go home, right? And we do this. Say we do this. I'm gonna press this, right? Press that. Do that. And like you just move around, and it lags. And I've had it a lot worse than that. It's been like way worse. But just the fact that you try and go and navigate around the operating system, and the lag is really bad, that's not a good thing.
I mean,
Jonah, what you doing?
I mean, as I said, I think that Sony has won this console generation unless the Switch can like sell like 15 million in a week, which it's not gonna do.
Exactly.
Then Sony has basically won because the Xbox One isn't even powerful enough to store its own operating system. At least the Wii U can do that. Give the Wii U some credit for its operating system actually working.
Yeah, and like the PS4, it will have lag at times, but that's rarely, and it's only when you're running multiple intensive things. What do you need? We're all here and we're all set up. We can't move.
Yeah, you can.
Jake, we're all set up. We're all set up.
No, we can just move to the goddamn.
Avery, let's go. We're going somewhere.
Okay, we're going to the basement.
I don't know.
I'm gonna kill up Spence from Austin.
Avery, come on. We're moving. This little kid, this gross kid. Press start. No, you can't. It's fine. It doesn't play. Let's go.
Make sure to take your power cord there.
Jesus.
Professional.
We are professionals. I promise. I promise we know what we're doing. What are we doing here?
Oh my god. You have 3 headphones on your face.
Well, which room are we moving to?
You guys want to go to the basement?
Yeah, sure.
What are we doing? This is ridiculous, and I'm hooked up to the computer, and I'm trying to hold mine, and my computer is hooked up to something. Ah!
Oh my god.
This is stupid.
Watch
This is so awkward.
I'm so scared something bad's gonna happen.
Something bad is gonna happen.
Oh god.
Oh god, Avery!
I told you. This is the second time he just
Oh my god.
My socks are wet.
This is the second time you've screwed something up.
How much water did you get on yourself?
All of it.
Sit down, you ball. I'm hearing it on the screen right now.
It only got on like one of my feet.
Avery, put it in. You put it. You hold it for now, cause now I gotta like untangle everything.
Technical difficulties. So much for talking about how the
See,
Xbox
now
is
that's
dead.
why I was like, Jay, please let me stay, because I knew that would happen, and that happened.
Avery, why do you walk down those steps every single time you mess something up?
Yeah, first time you tripped over the bowl.
And then the second time you knock over that thing.
What are we doing? And then look at that just like clump of headphones. We have like just a
I have no
ball
room
of
to play
headphones.
Minecraft.
Oh no,
Use my goddamn
use Austin's knee.
I have to use your knee. Oh
yes,
god.
you do.
Now I can know what it's like to be a real life mouse pad.
Or just use the trackpad.
Has it gotten to the part where?
Yes, you've already spelt over the thing.
Oh,
I want to watch this. I'm
On
gonna rewatch that.
I have to put a thing on your. Do we have a book or something?
Game case.
Hey, yeah, hold this.
Oh yeah, game case everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Actually, look, I just don't grab the screen like that.
Yeah.
Screen.
Oh god, I forgot. It's nighttime.
There's a Bloodborne.
My fingers hurt.
This
I
is
broke something.
best setup. I'm.
Ever.
How is this gonna work? It's gonna fall out of your knee.
I don't care. Okay, so what were we talking about? How the Xbox lags?
Oh god, I can't do this. I
Here,
need
then let me play.
space.
Let me play.
I need space.
I can play in a compact situation. Let me play.
Nope, I'm gonna use this. I'm using the trackpad.
Avery's just like, I'm done. Oh, rip.
How did I survive that? I was pretty much AFK the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
I've been doing this for 43 minutes.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
What?
That was absolutely
Yeah. How how much water did you get on you?
That sounds weird out of context.
No, but they know that it spilt over. Oh, and my character using a right hand. Oops.
Okay, so are we gonna continue?
Oh no, that switches it.
Yeah, okay, so that's all good.
Okay, so I think we should move on from the Xbox because it's giving us bad luck.
Yeah, I know. We started talking about it. We said Xbox and the furnace turns on. That is the worst luck.
I told you it was bad. Don't even say the word now.
Oh my god, dude.
PS4 Pro. What do you think?
PS4 Pro.
Has Sony released it too early compared to the other consoles?
This is my opinion on the PS4 Pro. It's a waste of money.
Yeah, I mean.
And only reason is like you can
Um,
do 1080p gaming and streaming and 60
look.
FPS gaming. What?
What was it? I want to change right to left.
I think that's this.
Big R review.
Big R. I think you do. Ard.
I'd be able to do it if you didn't choose pirate. Main hook, starboard. Port. Yeah, that's left. and
There you
right.
go.
There we go.
Okay, so.
I'm left-handed.
Here's my opinion on the PS4. some games run worse on it. Some games are no, I've heard it like frame rate drops. Some games are actually run worse on it, and not many developers are taking advantage of the whole 4K patches and all that. So as you said, it's sort of a waste for money for even people who want to buy a PS4. I mean, that's been marked down to an even cheaper price. It's better by comparison because it's
like
cheap. It's cheaper and it actually runs the games.
yeah, like I have the regular PS4. I have the Black Ops 3 edition because I got it, and I wanted the built-in skin. So of course I got it because I'm gung ho on that stuff. And we'll segue into something else which has to do with that soon. But and I'm like, I went ahead and I feel like the system as it is right now is fine, and it doesn't need any changes except and like if they want to put more RAM in it and better processor, then by all means they can.
Oh god, the PS4 Pro 2.
Yeah, of course.
And that's why it can't. They're trying to be competitive with the PC market, which they can't.
Well, it's not even that. They saw that Microsoft released the Xbox One S, and therefore they said, we need to try and one-up this, so we're going to make our own upgraded console of this generation.
Okay, now...
And I feel like that was a mistake.
Okay, I've got something, to say about the PS4 Slim. So when that was revealed, when the leaks were there, in the box, someone had the box and took a photo of it, everyone was like, it can't because it doesn't say Slim on it. But I was like, I own a PS3 Super Slim, and it does not say Super Slim. So I was like, why are people making that as a piece of evidence when in the past Sony's been like, it doesn't say it, it's just another model.
Yeah.
Per se. So that was really a thing that I kind of disliked about people saying that.
Avery, what's your opinion?
Assumption.
What's your opinion, Avery?
PS4 Slim and PS4 Pro.
Avery.
What?
What's your opinion?
On what?
Now, this kid over here, he's just completely fucking oblivious to everything. Didn't listen to any of the conversation we were having.
Okay.
And this is a podcast. Avery's just our camera boy.
Camera boy.
Yeah.
Hashtag blame Ave. It's gonna become a thing now.
Nah, blame Austin is too good. It flows. So Avery, we were talking about the PS4 Pro, but I mean we can move on, I guess. So, another thing. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway.
Let's talk about the remasters and all the ports and things like that.
Well, I would, for a second.
Yeah, do what you're gonna say and then we can move on.
I would like to bring up a topic, and I was going to talk about this a little bit, that Avery is going to be able to get into, because he hasn't been able to get into any other topic, and so it is.
Okay.
And he's going to have a conflicting opinion with me. He's not going to like my opinion. And I think he already knows what it is. I think he knows. This year's Call of Duty game.
Oh, God.
Oh, Infinite Warfare?
Infinite Warfare.
That's the 20th one that they've made.
So, let's talk about that for a second. We have Infinite Warfare, and then there's Modern Warfare Remastered.
That's bundled with it.
Bundled with it, yes. You can get the Legacy Edition for an extra $20, and you get a whole nother game, Modern Warfare Remastered, which is a game from 2008, which is COD 4 Modern Warfare Remastered.
Okay, now can I give my short opinion on that?
Yeah, go.
Okay, I'm not a COD player or an Xbox player or whatever.
A PS4 player either.
I'm a PS3 player and a Nintendo guy. So my opinion, it might be unique considering those things, those factors. So my opinion on it is that they should... Okay, so I like the idea that they kind of bundle an old game. It allows new players to get into it. And I kind of like when they do that kind of stuff. And even though the gameplay's a bit different between the two, it's still something to be like, okay, here's one stretch of the franchise, here's another. Get kind of used to it. And
I totally agree. And furthermore, the fact that it allows for two different types of players to enjoy the game. And so pretty much what it does is it widens their horizons. Now, not every Call of Duty game is going to do this. And so I want to just compare the two for a second. And even though they're not really good to compare because they're so vastly different, I would like to just for a second.
I mean, we've got a person who likes Modern Warfare and a person who likes Infinite Warfare. so-
Exactly. Avery, Infinite, me, Modern.
Well, I've been playing. I pretty much started on Black Ops 3,
He started.
so
playing Black Ops
I'm
3.
used to more of the fast-paced stuff.
Avery's grown up in a generation where, and started playing in a generation where, that's the norm, and so to him, having a slow-paced Call of Duty game is
It's
just completely
really
out of
weird.
just proportions, and I can understand why. And so for me, personally, I like Modern Warfare Remastered a lot better, and there's a couple of reasons why. Number one reason, there's two reasons that you guys are going to know for sure, and one more reason that maybe you don't. My first reason why I like it more is it's boots on the ground. It goes back to how Call of Duty usually is. And I like that because, I mean, you guys saw the hate that was on the Infinite Warfare trailer.
Yeah.
And that was stemmed from people seeing exo movements. Not exo movements, but advanced movement systems. People don't like that. And I feel like one flaw that has been very, very apparent is that Activision and the developers are not listening to the community. But there's another thing, and I'm going to cut them slack in this regard because they've been developing this game for 3 years. When Advanced Warfare came out, they took this idea and started working with it. They were already halfway through development when Advanced Warfare got bad feedback, you know? So they really had to keep going. So I think from here on out, it's going to be boots on the ground, which I like. My
Okay.
second reason... What?
Oh, I'll say something after you say what you're gonna say.
My second reason that I like Modern Warfare Remastered more is the way that they did supply drops. And so I say this because in Infinite Warfare, I hate the supply drop system. I hate the supply drop guy. I hate everything about the supply drops
In Infinite
in
Warfare?
Infinite. And this is because...
What does the supply drop guy have to do with the actual game, though?
He's fucking annoying. Anyway, no, but that's... I
That's
hate...
that's irrelevant.
I know. I
to the
hate
gameplay.
how they've done the supply drops because they've made it two things that they've done wrong. And I said this in my video. With supply drops, they made it so that you can buy supply drops, and I don't like that. And also that salvage is something that you can get from supply drops, right? And you use salvage to make new weapons and upgrade your weapons, and that makes it pay to win. And there's certain variants that you can't get from that you can only get from supply drops, which makes it pay to win. And I just don't like the fact that they make it so that in order to have a better weapon, you need to either pay money or work wicked hard for a chance. Just a very, 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 very slim chance. They pretty much make it so you have to pay money, no matter what. I don't like that.
Well, that I can agree with. But the game itself is pretty fun.
I mean, the game itself, I have a problem with crashing mid-game. So...
because your Wi-Fi sucks.
Well, no, but, like, my game crashes for no reason.
Maybe that's why we're 10 seconds additionally behind.
Maybe. Anyway, but... No, what Modern Warfare Remastered has done, and what Activision has done with that game, is... they've made it so that it's cosmetic only. Like, the only thing that's in Modern Warfare Remastered is camos. They have weapon kits, which don't give the weapons any other stats. They just completely change the look. You have emblems, you have characters, but none of that makes it pay to win. And that's the thing I like. And also, they made it so that it's easier in Modern Warfare Remastered to get keys, and you get those keys faster. And also, the salvage system, you can use salvage to buy whatever you want. If you get enough, you can buy any calling card, any camo, any emblem, anything. So it makes it so that when you get to a point where if you are buying supply drops, you don't have to keep buying them to get the loot that you want. You can just buy it. You know? I like that.
So basically, I've got kind of like two things to say towards it. Now, older fans like who are on the verge of dropping because of the gameplay changes from like Black Ops when Avery joined may like have just turned off completely from the franchise because they may have saw like the Modern Warfare kind of remaster as an insult to the older one, being packaged in with this kind of newer one that has different gameplay, maybe sort of as an insult.
And it's sort of just, in a way, they're saying, we wouldn't make this game for you, but you guys hate our main game so much that we're just gonna add this so that you'll actually buy it.
Yeah, and another thing is that you can't really blame the devs because they're switching who develops each game every game, which means that they have different kind of gameplay styles they want to try out.
Well, yeah.
They've got different things, they've got different engines, even different ideas, just different everything. So kind of the new gameplay thing, you can't really fault them for that.
Yeah,
Considering that they're switching developers with every single game, and with a game series that's got this kind of popularity and kind of cult following, that might not be the wisest thing to do. And then they've got this mindset of, oh, we need a game every year, which again isn't really a thing that may be positive towards the series. So that's kind of my kind of final stance on the game.
Yeah, and that also feeds into what I was saying with how you can't really blame them for what they have come up with right now because Infinity Ward started making Infinite Warfare right after Sledgehammer Games released their game. So they saw it, and they said, wow, look at this, there's advanced movement, right? And people are seeming to like it. People are seeming to like this advanced movement, so we're gonna make a game after that. And so they were probably, I bet, a year into the making of this game. And when what happened was, it was said, everybody in the community said, I don't like it, let's not do it. You know, so you can't really fault them.
Yeah, and I think that we should get one final opinion from the man of the hour himself, Avery.
Who hasn't talked about anything.
Before we move on to kind of the next topic.
Avery.
Well...
Any final thoughts on COD Infinite or COD Modern?
Well, Caleb didn't really bash.
He
didn't.
Hoped he did.
He didn't really say much about what's bad in Modern Warfare.
Okay, let me hear it.
Let's hear it.
I'm ready to defend it. Religiously.
Well, I haven't even like played it much, so you would know more than I would.
Okay, well, I guess I'll bash Modern Warfare Remastered a little bit. First thing to bash. What's wrong with it?
Well, as I said, it could be an insult to the older fans who enjoyed the original. I mean, I know
That's
that
true.
remasters, ports could do that in a way. I mean, I saw this kind of with Kingdom Hearts 2, which the original ran perfectly fine, but on the PS3, the port of that ran, like, the loading times are absolute crap, and I've seen this. Like,
Yeah.
So that's an example of a port that, sure, everyone was like, yes, we get this, but it wasn't, like, the perfect experience, and I really hope Square Enix does fix that up for the PS4 port, but that kind of relates to what the fans want in a port or remaster, and that might not be what they get.
And you know what? In general, if you don't know me, I'm salty does games, right? So I'm always salty about every game I ever play.
True that.
You know, so, but, and this is my opinion, it is so different from the older game, and the reason being, the community has changed so much. Because they used to be... The Call of Duty community used to be about 20 years old, 25, that age range. Or not even that, just... it was not as toxic back in Modern Warfare, or Modern Warfare... COD 4. Let's just say COD 4. It wasn't as toxic, and also, the way people played was so much different, and I think that's one problem with Call of Duty games today, because you look at it, and there's people who, like back in COD 4, people would play methodically, they would play smart, and they would use weapons that took skill. And so, something that I think has changed, and one example of this would be Brekkie. You know, the Brekkie is a weapon that you can run around with, spam it, the trigger, and just instantly kill everybody, you know? And it takes no thought, skill, aim, anything. You don't even have to try with it, you know? And I don't like that, because it's just not what it used to be. And now, exactly, and people run around now with these new weapons and this new mindset even, where they're just running around everywhere.
Well, it's because that they've included new weapons, new strategies, and new things that slowly...
And new movement system. And I feel like with that movement system, it has changed how people play it. And so it's sort of rubbed off, even if that is not how it works, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think that sums it up, or should we move on to actually another thing that I experienced for Christmas about a bad port?
Okay.
So, basically what, you know, Nintendo knows the Wii U's dead. Nintendo knows it sucks, it's bad. So what they're doing is they took some of the best kind of games unintentionally, like Hyrule Warriors and Mario Maker, and they put them on the 3DS because, of course, that has a larger fan base and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, basically, I own a Wii U. I'm kind of like the huge advocate of, the Wii U will turn to the GameCube, everyone will love it, even though they hated it at the time.
Wii U's like, buy our new console, but we'll put our games on
So,
the regular Wii as well.
So,
it's just as good.
there's a game on Wii U called Super Mario Maker. You can make Mario levels in style first one, 3, World, and New. So basically, it was on the Wii U. It used the gamepad. It was, you know, hang on, we're switching headphones. You know, it was.
That makes better audio.
Yeah, and so I got it for Wii U. It used the gamepad. It's a really great game. I really love it. And then what they did was starting in 2016, they took Mario Maker and they were like, Mario Maker for 3DS. And I bought it because I was curious. Maybe this is something I want to take on the go. And it was kind of atrocious. I wouldn't say atrocious, but I'd say it wasn't the best port they could have done. There is no Miiverse functionality. You can't share your levels like the Wii U version. They cut out some elements like the amiibo like mushrooms you can use to transform into the characters. They also made it so that you can share levels from the Wii U version, but they have to be compatible with 3DS version.
Avery just died, and that means he has to delete the world by a creeper.
Yeah. And also, the touchscreen on the 3DS... The touchscreen on the 3DS is small, even on the big one, so it was like, I don't have any room to actually make anything. So that was a port that I found they could have done like a lot better with, and it kind of goes with the whole Modern Warfare thing. It's not what fans may have wanted, and it's not something that... I mean, I don't regret that I bought it, but that money could have gone towards something else. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of my case for a bad kind of port. On my side, I know on your side you had COD. And it's just, I feel like 2016 was a really different year from what we expected. And it was kind of, I wouldn't say terrible, but it wasn't the best.
I didn't say that, I didn't say that, COD.
so funny.
I know. I didn't say MWR is a bad port. I just said it was sort of just a little bit of an insult as we wouldn't actually do this for you unless I have it in the system.
I'm gonna steal your bed bone.
Do it, I dare you. Just as like we wouldn't have done this for you if, or unless,
You bought this.
yeah, we'll do this for you if you buy it. So
I also feel like it's the same case here, that they also unintentionally kind of insulted it as a way to be like, oh, buy the 3DS, you know, don't buy, or no, in the reverse, don't buy the Wii U. Like, don't buy it. It's right here on the 3DS. Don't even touch the Wii U. Because who would want, like, a consumer... Like, their mindset for recalling the Wii U was, like, we want... Like, what if a consumer sees the Wii U? They buy it. They're like, sweet, Nintendo console. And then they see the Switch a few months after. What are they going to think? Why pay for another $250 machine? So I think that that's what they tried to do by porting those. And I heard that on the Switch, there's going to be Director's Cut of Smash Bros. And Mario Kart 8, which I think will help to sell the system. And for me, I don't really have any other bad ports to talk about. I mean, I don't really buy those unless I don't have the original game.
yeah,
That was just kind of like an exception.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of does it, unless Avery has a port or a remaster that he wants to bash. No, I've got another one.
A remastered.
Yeah, I've got another one, really short. It will take like a minute. Twilight Princess HD for Zelda. I was disappointed in that thing. The graphics, I know they couldn't do anything with the realistic graphics, but for when it was made by an Australian company, it was outsourced, which is first a
always
huge
a bad idea.
yeah. It was an insult to me, but also Wind Waker HD was the whole interface, the menu. It was bad. It was different. I mean, not that I hate different, but the interface just felt a bit clunky, and whenever you go into the menu, which is on the gamepad, you can go to the map, your items, or your gear. And on Wind Waker HD, if you pull up the menu again, it stays that way. But on TP HD, it always resets to the item tab, which means you've got to go back in whatever you were. So to me, it kind of felt like an insult. I never really played it that much. Again, kind of like what they did for COD, the amiibo thing with Wolf Link. I don't really find that like a... yeah, okay, I'll clap your hands slowly.
Yeah.
I don't really find that justification either for this. So I feel like it was kind of an insult now that I look back on it. And, I mean, the music is great, but they just didn't fix anything in it, and it felt like a cheap way to get money to stall for Breath of the Wild.
I got one. And that would be, and you guys are gonna hate me for this,
Yeah.
Oras, right?
I agree. I'm actually agree.
Really?
Okay, so
Whereas,
here's
Yeah.
it's not a remake, it's a reimagining. That's my stance. Fire Red and Leaf Green, Heart Gold and Soul Silver were remakes, straight up remakes. Everything was the same, the story, the characters, nothing's changed. They just added a few things to make it compatible with the current gen, but nothing more.
Yeah.
But with Oras, because of the whole, with X and Y, they started to feel the need for a plot. They've reimagined it. Mauville City isn't anything like it is. I own the original Ruby, so I know the
And I
difference.
own the original
I
Sapphire.
actually played Emerald on emulator, almost all of it, so I know that too. And so I feel like Oras, it was a reimagining, and I think that's what they were trying to pitch that as, because the whole thing with the Delta episode never happened in the original. You know, Kyogre and Groudon going in new forms, that never happened. So I feel like it was a reimagining rather than a remake. And I sort of feel as if they could have done a slightly better job with it. And I'm gonna only give two things because I don't want to rant on it. Because I like the game, but the first thing was not patching X and Y to be compatible online, because that was just a stupid move. I know they've never done that before, but I just feel it was really stupid that they couldn't have done that. The games are only like 1.7 gigs. And they didn't feel the need to patch it. My kind of a bit second thing is the playtime.
Yeah.
After the whole November and December craze, after the game came out, I didn't touch it for a while. Like, for an absolute while, I was not playing Pokemon.
Personally,
I spent 600 hours in X version. That's how you get me invested. ORAS, I've only got like 130. It's not. Are you kind of picking up what I'm saying here, Caleb?
Yeah, I personally with Sapphire, I still have my Game Boy Advance, which I play Sapphire pretty often actually, and I had about 1,200 hours into it, 1,500 hours, something like that.
He broke the in-game time.
Yeah, I played a lot of it. So, and like me being the type of person who's all nostalgic, I didn't like the new game. I was like, oh, new game, they're remaking it, and they brought Mega Evolutions into it.
I feel like
that was a terrible idea, and I was
speaking of that, they could have not done that, but they still would have had to have the old megas in the code for online compatibility. I don't really think that would have been a big deal. But here's the thing: they revealed everything before launch. No new megas, basically no new story.
Yeah.
I mean, with X and Y, we had a ton of Pokemon, a ton of megas that weren't even discovered until, the game was released. But with this, I feel like it was to stall for Sun Moon.
Yeah.
I feel like. Because they had to work on it for 2 years. And I've heard that Black and White, that the entirety of Gen 5 was a stall for Gen 6. They were working on that the whole time. Because, of course, they had to make the
Black and White too, as well.
Yeah, the polygon models. They had to do all that stuff. But now they got an engine. They still had to do like 2 or 3 years for Sun and Moon. I mean, it's a new generation. What do you expect? So I do feel like that ORAS was just, oh, we want a Hoenn remake. And then they're like, well, we got to put Mega Evolutions in for online compatibility, and people will get mad if we don't put a few new ones in. So that's what they did.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of closes out what I have to say about ORAS. I liked it, but once again, it kind of failed to keep me hooked until Sun and Moon.
Yeah, and for me personally, X and Y, I couldn't get into it. Like, I don't know why. I know a lot of people liked it, and it was a good game. I know. It just wasn't for me though. It just didn't click with me, and how I like my Pokemon games.
Yeah, and that's entirely understandable. For that type of like game, because a lot has changed.
Yeah, a lot has changed.
Obviously, and that's with any franchise.
You know, I played a lot of my childhood was Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Diamond, Platinum, and then Heart Gold and Soul Silver, those ones.
Oh, I love those. My favorite game of all time.
Those were really good. Of course, my favorite is still Sapphire, but my first Pokemon actually was Infernape, or Chimchar.
From Diamond Pro.
Yep.
Sweet.
But
I'm always a grass type guy myself.
Torterra or Turtwitch.
Yeah. Chikorita was my first starter in Soul Silver. Still have it to this day.
So I went ahead and and I couldn't get into Black and White either.
That's also understandable.
Because I you know what was a real turnoff? Trash bag Pokemon and ice cream Pokemon.
Yeah, I can see those memes getting to some people. I'm not going to argue against that because there are some stupid designs.
A lot of the designs in that game I was not a fan of.
Yeah, exactly. And I got into Pokemon when Heart Gold and Soul Silver were released, and then I got Diamond after that. Oddly enough, I did not even know any other games even existed.
Yeah.
Like I was phased out until I saw White 2 in the store one day, and I picked it up and I started playing and I was hooked.
My first game.
And then I started following the news on X and Y and all that, and then that's when I got to be hardcore and really know everything about it.
I got Diamond when it had first come out actually, and I played a lot of that. But then I got Sapphire.
Where did you get Sapphire? A pawn shop?
No, I got a Game Boy Advance in the original box, and Sapphire, in the original box, for Christmas.
Really? Where do you even know where it came from?
Don't know.
That's weird because they shouldn't be making those when Diamond was around.
And,
those games were 2002. Diamond was 2007.
It was a box that was on eBay that had never been opened, I think. But yeah, so I played so much of that, and yeah, and that's where I started.
Yeah. So now that we're kind of done bashing all the remasters we can think of this year, what do we want to kind of? Well, we've bashed on 2016 and the past of gaming a lot, and we've also kind of talked about what we expect with Scorpio and Switch.
So, what's with the new Sonic game? I've not seen it yet.
They've only released one trailer for it, as far as I know. You want to watch it?
Sure.
Okay, we're watching this on the damn stream, guys.
That'd be great.
Turn the music.
Yeah, I'm gonna. My headphones aren't, so it doesn't really matter.
Also, we should probably finish up on one more topic and then end the podcast.
Okay, Avery.
Avery.
Okay. You're trying to make it all edgy.
Oh boy.
Edgy as fuck.
Fire.
Oh no.
Oh no, burning stuff that we don't care about.
In the darkest of times. I'd actually like a mature
What is
Sonic.
this, a J.J. Abrams film? Jesus Christ.
I'd like a mature Sonic. That'd be like T10 plus if that was even a thing. I want a mature.
Sonic.
Yeah, I want a
And
mature.
then first thing you see is his dick nose. It's just micro penis nose right there.
Oh god. What? Physics.
And then
Hey, look, we included physics.
Time Flock
Why is there a past what?
from Sonic Generations, and they confirmed this is not Generations 2. They confirmed that straight up right after this trailer came. Join the Resistance. Holiday 2017. NX. You see? NX.
It'll be amazing, I promise.
I promise. Can't wait to see Aaron play that.
Wait, she's a Sonic fan?
No, Aaron. A-R-I-N.
Oh.
That's gonna be fucking funny. I hate Sonic games.
Yeah, I mean, what I...
Ingrams is the best.
I guess going to where this
At least
kind...
for Sonic, at least.
Going to where this podcast all started, I mean, this is kind of their last chance, guys. After this, they're just gonna... This is their last chance to do anything.
Yeah. If they don't pull it together now, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. I mean, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt as much as I can,
Their
but
last
I don't really
Sonic
feel like
No, this
it's...
is their last chance to pull it
What we
together.
feel is our
before
last
people
chance.
stop buying their shit.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's gonna be the minor majority who do give them the benefit of the doubt.
Poor Sega.
Yeah, poor Sega. Ended up just like Atari. Okay, so you know what something funny is? Atari tried to match against Nintendo when they came. Up didn't work. Sega did it. Up didn't work. Xbox is trying it. Up, now it's slowly starting to die.
Yeah.
And the only reason that Sony is standing up against Nintendo is because the PlayStation was
It's actually a good console.
It was originally a Nintendo console, believe it or not.
Oh,
That
yeah,
they were
yeah.
making for the Super Nintendo, an add-on, and then a bunch of legal stuff. And Sony, at the end of all this mess that dragged Sega into it,
Got rights to it.
yeah, they stole away with it, changed a few things, and released it as the PlayStation.
And I like where it's gone.
I like where the PlayStation's going. I just don't want them to get caught in the mindset of competing with PC. Because that misses the whole point of consoles.
Yeah, because consoles are supposed to be an affordable option for any person to play video games, you know?
Yeah.
Not having to have a $1,500 PC that you have to pour money into every year or two, you know? A console is supposed to be something that you can have for multiple years, and it's the affordable option.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I
exactly.
can appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the one thing. So, I think the only reason that Sony is surviving is because a little bit of Nintendo is still in their blood
Maybe.
from that. And I think that's the only reason why they're the only ones that haven't fallen yet. I mean, Nintendo has proved themselves over all of their kind of like lifetime, even before video games, that they are kind of the ones that will survive. I mean, people have been estimating that they could sell the Wii U for the 5 next console generations and still be fine. And I would believe that any day, because...
only reason the Xbox is still somewhat alive and Microsoft is still somewhat alive with the consoles is because of their fan base of 8-year-olds.
Yeah, we can pretty much all just say that.
Yeah.
I mean, no bashing on 8-year-olds watching this recording, but
Sorry, but
Yeah.
you know it's true.
yeah,
Anyway, what?
we've been going for like an hour.
Yep, we're just about on an hour. We're at 58:21.
Okay, so any closing thoughts on the majority of this podcast?
Avery, closing thoughts. Go.
Because you haven't spoken.
Yeah, 'cause you're quiet.
No.
Just
Okay.
no response.
Well,
I guess that's it. I'm John
Yeah.
Sky. The other guy talking most of the time was Lockout Plays, or I guess now that he likes to call it
now
this.
I'm Salty Does Games.
Now Salty does games,
That's new.
and this is Dragonave, who is the third least active person out of the three of us on his channel. He's spent like 4 years on YouTube, and I've spent like less than a year, and I've still got like 50 more videos than him.
Yeah, I know. It's because Avery's too lazy to post, and he says, "Oh, it's okay, I'll
I've-
do it,"
I've
and
at-
then he doesn't do it.
I've got like 10 videos I've still got to upload, so that just shows how much I work. But
Avery's just a dude who likes video games.
but we're not trying to bash him.
Play
But-
them with no commentary.
But yeah, so I guess this is going to close it out. Caleb, if you could just end it.
These arrows are.
I enjoyed the live stream,
It's
so
how these arrows work.
teaching him how to
Why
play
do you have a
Minecraft. Let's see what the record was. 2 people, and that's us.
Yeah. Anyway, guys,
Future people.
if you enjoyed, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Check out John Sky. Check out Dragonave.
And that kind of goes for mine too. Check out Lockout Plays. If you're watching this on my channel, because I might try and have Caleb airdrop me the raw file so that I can kind of edit it together
Also,
from mine.
come check out my Twitch channel. Salty Does Games. Just getting started over there.
He's
so
trying to
that's
rebrand
fun.
his channel now. It might
Yeah.
take a while.
You know, we'll see. Anyway,
His old
thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Say bye.
Bye.